Guess what? If you've
Do it,
ever
OG.
received a text from an ex and thought they were a little crazy, just know it could have been worse, which is why having a friend like Whitney Cummings is good for you.
We see the text messages she didn't send to you. We see the ones that are too crazy to even get to your phone, because we're the ones that put a stop to that. We're the ones like, no, you're not gonna kidnap his mom. Delete it. Give me the phone. Just give me the phone. Give it to me. Put the phone down. That's too many bubbles. He hasn't responded in 5 days. Give me the phone. We see the text message.
Well, that's from the Netflix special, Can I Touch It? Now here to give us a whole lot more to think about is a woman who continues to touch our lives as a comedian, actress, producer, director, writer, and podcast host, Miss Whitney Cummings!
Oh my gosh, good morning, how are you?
Good morning, Whitney, I'm OG.
Hi, OG, thank you so much for having me.
No, thank you so much for joining us. Are you in your, are you in your bathrobe? You look comfy.
By the way, look, I did not know this was a video Zoom. And I had two choices. Wear what I was already wearing or go scramble and change and be late. And so this is what you're looking at, my Chrissy Teigen robe.
This is why we love you. This is why we love you, Whitney Cummings. You have no idea.
It's called self-care. Google it.
No, I will Google it. And then if I Google you, I see that you're super busy. You're on tour right now, and you're getting ready to shoot your another Netflix special.
Yes, ma'am. So, you know, after the pandemic, I think comedians, for the most part, we thought that we were out of a job. We thought, you know, that venues weren't going to open up again, that no one was ever going to want to be in a room, you know, sort of breathing droplets on other people in the dark, you know, but here we are, we're back, we prevailed, you know, humans are resilient. Then there was another obstacle where we were all looking at Twitter like, I don't think people want comedians making jokes anymore. I think those days are over, you know, and I think I'd like to push against that a little bit. You know, I think comedians, we signed up to make people laugh, to show us everyone our mistakes, our worst sides, our most embarrassing thoughts. And, you know, I think because something's happened recently where there's so much distrust in, you know, politicians for whatever, you know, I guess there's always been, but now people are looking for comedians to be these like flawless moral specimens. And we're like, that's not what we do, guys. Like, we're not the authority on who to vote for, you know, we're the authority on what painkillers mix best with NyQuil at 2 a.m. in Cincinnati. That I can help you with. But, like, I'm not your guy when it comes to, you know, making the best decisions necessarily. But, you know, so there's no politics in this hour. I'm not talking about politics at all. I want people to be able to come to a place where they know where I'm just going to laugh. I'm not going to fight with strangers. I'm not talking about COVID, not talking about mandates, just going to try to go back to just making people laugh, staying in my lane and knowing what I'm good at and sticking with it and letting the professionals do what the professionals are going to do.
All right, so the special that we showed earlier is called Can I Touch It? Now you're on the Touch Me tour, and then you're going to be touching the people in our area at NJPAC and also Long Island, correct?
That's exactly right. So, you know, I'm shooting 4 shows there on Friday and Saturday. After the shows, I always like to do a meet and greet. You know, a lot of comedians charge for that. I don't feel comfortable. Oh, look how beautiful the theater is. I'm so excited. That is such a gorgeous theater. And you know what? I just do feel like Newark, you know, I've shot specials in LA, New York, all over the place. And I performed in Newark like a couple years ago, and I can't even describe the feeling, you know? I was obviously, and still am, a massive fan of Whitney Houston, and I just watched her documentary. And Newark has such a special place in my heart. It's the people with the biggest hearts, the most salt-of-the-earth people. And I think I'm a little bit at a point where, you know, I hail from West Virginia, and people make fun of West Virginia a lot. And you go there, and you're like, this is the most wonderful place. Like, what is this? You know, so I just wanted to go to a place that I felt like doesn't get the credit it deserves. As a female comedian, I can kind of relate to that. And I was like, I'm going to go to, you know, a city that a lot of people had made fun of before. Let's build it up. Let's clown on everybody. Let's stunt on all of them. Let's bring business to the area. You know, let's take this over as an entertainment hub, because that theater at the NJPAC is gorgeous, and there's no reason every comedian shouldn't be shooting their special there.
All right, so it's interesting that you say that you're a female comedian, but you're a female comedian slash a whole bunch of things, slash actress as well, because not only did you star in your own show, Whitney, you co-created Two Broke Girls, and most recently you were in the movie with the Foo Fighters, Will Forte, Jenna Ortega, called Studio 666, and you also have another movie with Machine Gun Kelly coming up. So all these musicians you're working with, are we gonna have a Whitney Cummings album? You're working on
I swear I have no musical ambitions. I have absolutely no musical abilities or talents. I was in a movie with Kevin Hart, and the joke was that I was a bad singer. Like, I had to sing at a wedding, and I was like, yeah, I have a terrible voice. And they're like, oh, great, you'll be perfect for this. And I did for the rehearsal. I started singing, and they pulled me aside, and they're like, we brought in a vocal coach for you to make it so you can sing a little better. I was like, well, I thought the joke was that I sing bad. And they were like, yeah, it's not bad like funny, it's bad like sad. So we're gonna just train you to sing a little better so that it's not like it's going in a different direction.
Okay, so that's something we have in common, Whitney Cummings, that I cannot, they beg me not to sing so bad.
But I can say when I'm alone, I feel like I'm a good singer.
Wow.
You know, when you're like, you hit a note in the shower and you're like, I feel like that was good, but no one else agrees.
You are great.
You know what? They're jealous of us.
Maybe
they're jealous of us. So. Someone is trying to dim your light, and I don't like that person.
No. But no one can ever dim your light, Whitney Cummings. No one can ever. Thank you so much for chatting with us in your robe. You look lovely. You can catch your Touch Me tour at the Victoria Theater at NJPAC on Friday, May 13th and Saturday, May 14th. Then at the Paramount Theater in Huntington, Long Island on Saturday, May 21st. Ticket and show info at WhitneyCummings.com. She is booked and busy and talented and on it. Thank you, Whitney.
I love you. Thanks for having me.
I'll come stalk you in Jersey. Love you.
I cannot wait.
All right.